Tonight in Providence, a car riddled with bullets, what we know so far. Plus, dozens gathering for a vigil at Dexter Park tonight, honoring the lives lost in Colorado during a mass shooting at a gay nightclub. And after a 4-alarm fire in New Bedford forces 24 people from their homes, some advice to keep you and your loved ones safe this holiday season. We'll get to those stories shortly, but first tonight on 11 at 11, Drunksgiving, Blackout Wednesday, whatever you call the night before Thanksgiving, you get the idea. Bars packed with friends and families getting back together for the holiday. More often than not, though, that means people are drinking like a fish and getting behind the wheel. Needless to say, it's a busy all-hands-on-deck night for police as they try and keep the roads safe. ABC 6 News reporter Daniel Coates was with one officer tonight to see what bad behavior catches their eye first.
Well, this isn't just one of the biggest drinking nights in Rhode Island, but really across the country. So if you're gathering with friends or hitting the local bar tonight, you should know that police are out in full force. I rode along with one lieutenant in North Kingstown who told me some of the things he looks for to keep the roads safe from drunk drivers.
It probably is our busiest night for the DUI task force.
Lieutenant Barrington of North Kingstown Police expects to pull over 15 to 20 vehicles suspected of drunk driving during his 4-hour night shift on the eve of Thanksgiving.
I mean, in Rhode Island, we refer to it as Blackout Wednesday.
Rhode Island's Department of Transportation reported approximately 147 deadly crashes nationwide caused by impaired driving over this holiday weekend in 2019.
If you drink, stay where you are. Sleep over, take a rest before you get on the road.
Anticipating pre-pandemic crowds again, we joined Lieutenant Barrington on Wednesday's patrol, looking for drivers going well over or under the speed limit, constant braking, routine traffic violations, but especially swerving vehicles.
They'll drift over the double yellow line, then they correct themselves, and then they'll go over the white fog line, and then they're, which is a lane roadway violation. So you see them doing that, and that usually gets your attention right off the bat.
Once pulled over, Barrington says his suspicions are often quickly confirmed.
Slurred speech. You can smell alcohol coming off their breath, bloodshot, watery eyes. They seem to be confused. Believe it or not, a lot of times people don't even know where they are. But you'll get some people out of the car, they can't even stand up. You don't even know how they were driving the car.
Is this a day that you dread?
What we dread is someone getting behind the wheel and, killing themselves or someone else. That's what we dread, and that's what we try to, we're trying to keep from happening. And in the end, that's what it's all about. It's about keeping people safe. We don't want to arrest anyone, but unfortunately, people's actions make us have to arrest people.
In North Kingstown, I'm Daniel Coates, ABC 6 News.
New tonight on 11 at 11, gun violence in Providence. According to police, they were called to the scene on Hazel Street around 7 tonight for reports of a car into a pole. When they got there, they found the vehicle riddled with bullet holes and the driver badly injured. He later died at the hospital. Investigators found shell casings on nearby Phoebe Street. They believe that's where the shooting took place. No arrests have been made just yet. This is Providence's 8th homicide this year. Not only this latest shooting in Providence, but the country has seen 7 mass shootings over the last 7 days. And now, as we head into the holiday season with shopping and large crowds, people are understandably on edge. ABC 6 News reporter Hector Molina takes a look at ways to try and reduce that anxiety.
Following 7 mass shootings in as many days, taking the lives of more than 10 people, many across the country could be questioning their own safety. The most recent shooting took place in a Walmart where 6 people died. Law enforcement analyst Todd McGee says retailers should ramp up security this time of year.
I really think the retailers need to take a page out of what we saw aviation after 9/11, mass transit systems, what they've done. They've enhanced their security presence. They're utilizing technology. They're giving training to their employees.
This marks the 3rd straight year that there have been more than 600 multiple victim shootings in America. The number was recorded by the Gun Violence Archive, a nonprofit that tracks the spread of what has been called an American disease. The string of violence coming just days before the beginning of the holiday season, adding stress to what could already be a hard time for many. While times could be tough, McGee mentions to maintain a balance so you're not overwhelmed.
I always say go about your life as normal, however, with a level of vigilance. Pay attention to the people around you. Look at the demeanor. Look at individuals that are in close proximity to you. And very quickly, you can tell if someone has bad intentions.
And McGee adds, if you are nervous to go in big crowds, make sure you have someone with you at all times. In the newsroom, Hector Molina, ABC 6 News.
Dozens of people gathering tonight for a candlelight vigil in Providence, honoring those killed in the gay nightclub shooting in Colorado Springs. The vigil was organized by several local LGBTQ groups. 5 people were killed in that shooting over the weekend. The suspect, Anderson Aldrich, made his first appearance in court today. He was held without bond, while prosecutors worked to finalize charges. New tonight on 11 at 11, an elderly man in Coventry facing charges for making a bomb threat. It happened this morning. According to police there, 81-year-old Gilbert Dion walked into Coventry Town Hall and said he had dynamite on him, threatening to blow up the building. He was taken into custody and is being charged with threatening to place a bomb in a public building. Now to an ABC 6 News update. A day before Thanksgiving, dozens of people forced out of their homes in New Bedford after a big apartment fire. Firefighters were called to the building on Acushnet Avenue just before 10 this morning. After some initial concern about 12 tenants who were unaccounted for, everyone was found and got out safely. Chief Kruger telling ABC 6 News the fire reminded him of one 2 years ago in New Bedford on Thanksgiving Day.
It's really unfortunate. Obviously, everyone remembers what happened 2 years ago on Thanksgiving 2020. We had that fire on Thanksgiving Day, lost 3 buildings. 26 people, I think, were homeless from that fire. Blessed because now we have about the same amount of people who are now homeless again, on Thanksgiving.
That cause is still being determined, although the fire marshal believes it started in the attic. Now, in the aftermath of this devastating fire, there are some important things to keep in mind to stay safe when cooking your Thanksgiving dinner. The National Fire Protection Association warning against deep frying your turkey. But if you're determined to do that, they say the turkey should be completely thawed and dry. Everything should be done on a flat surface outside and away from buildings and porches. Other suggestions: stay in the kitchen when cooking and never leave anything unattended in the oven. Also, make sure to test the batteries in your smoke detectors. All right, time now for check on the forecast. I'm tracker meteorologist Bill Gile joins us now live in the Weather Center. How are we looking tonight, Bill?
We're looking nice. Weekend, there are some threats of rain coming our way. John.
All right, want to hear all about it. Thank you, Bill. Now to an ABC 6 News consumer alert. If you plan on shipping your gifts this year, some key dates to keep in mind. If you want to make sure they get there in time for Christmas without paying a ridiculous amount of money, you should know the cutoff date for the Postal Service's ground service is December 17th. FedEx's ground cutoff is 3 days earlier on December 14th. UPS doesn't give a hard deadline, but after checking its website, anything going cross-country from New England needs to be out by December 15th or 16th. And when those gifts make it to their destination, you'll certainly want to keep them away from sleazy porch pirates. Well, this year, the North Kingstown Police Department is offering residents some peace of mind as it relates to getting those packages. ABC 6 News anchor Olivia DeRocha explains.
North Kingstown Police Department making sure your Christmas presents get under your tree this year and not into the hands of porch pirates.
We have residents in town that could have their packages delivered here to the station to add, an extra layer of protection.
Patrol Officer Raymond Ho with North Kingstown Police helped kick off this program starting Wednesday that will run through the holiday season. Ho says it's a program that's highly appreciated by all residents.
We've had, rising cases of porch pirates, and that's just reported. Since 2017, we had about probably 40 or more cases.
According to an annual report by Security.org, Rhode Island ranks number 5 in the country for the highest package theft rates per state. The survey finds 25% of all residents in the Ocean State have fallen victim to a porch pirate sometime in their life, with the package costing on average $80. That's why NK Police hoping residents take part in this free and easy program.
CO themselves care of their name, and then they put the address 8166 Post Road. When the package gets delivered, it's kind of stays with the records clerk or with dispatch. Once that person gets notification that their package has been delivered, they'll come right down to the station, show proof of ID.
In North Kingstown, I'm Olivia DeRocha, ABC 6 News.
Several groups ready to step up to help families in need get a Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. The Pawtucket Soup Kitchen hosting its annual Thanksgiving Day dinner from noon to 1. It'll be at the Soup Kitchen on Walcott Street. The Rhode Island Community Food Bank also offering grab-and-go meals at the St. Charles Abor Mayo meal site right on Dexter Street. Or you can sit down for a meal over at the McCauley House on Elmwood Avenue. Still to come tonight at 11, new details on the mass shooting at a Walmart in Virginia. Hear how one survivor made it out as police work on a motive. Plus, an alarming new study showing the number of infants getting the measles vaccine, I should say, which is now at an all-time low, while the pandemic is partly to blame. And what should we expect weather-wise this holiday weekend? Bill's forecast is coming up. You're watching ABC 6, Southern New England's trusted news source. We're tracking breaking news tonight out of Cranston. A large police presence right outside of a home on Smith Street in the city. You see it here on your screen. Our ABC 6 News crews are there right now. Neighbors tell our photographer that they heard several gunshots in that area. No other information to go on from police at this point. We'll keep you updated on this story on air and online on our website. That's abc6.com. In national news tonight at 11,